C-O-L-A Cola. Underwood's Cola's over 100 grand. Bungama like that, pay the cola fan, pay the cola. C-O-L-A Cola, ain't talking about Pepsi Cola. Next time you get on a first class flight, know that my mom could cry that night. Cost of living on Guam is high. I hope they get the cola before they die. He mailed out the checks for the EIDC, and they got a double raise at DOE Todd's a cola. C-O-L-A Cola. Had 90,000 grand to hire Bomba's son. Turn around and tell us that there's Todd's have funds for the cola. T-O-K-A Toka. T-O-K-A Toka. T-O-K-A Toka. Pay the cola. C-O-L-A Cola. Ain't talking about Pepsi Cola.
Pay the cola, carao.
You're supposed to go to the store. So why you gallivanting for? Your mom told you buy Spam, but instead you drive around the island.
The island, oh.
You're driving way too fast, but you don't care 'cause you don't pay for gas. Boy, your mom is calling you. She's saying, where have you been? But Mom, I was driving. Where?
Manila, sa muning inarahan, Chalan Fargo, Ipan, Ordat, Malolo, and Malesu. Sonia, Paganya, Momon, Sinahanya, she's calling you. Boy, your mom is calling you.
Yeah, dude, she was calling me. She's wondering where you're at, Brown.
Oh, really, friend?
Get back to Daddy, do.
Hey, wow, dude, that was pretty solid, man. We should try that again.
Mangilaw, sa muling inarahan, Chalan Fargo, Ipan, Ordat, Malolo, and Malesu. Sonia, Aganya, Momon, Sinahanya, she's calling you. Boy, your mom is calling you, calling you. Get back to Daddy, do. Malfunction!
Stay connected through The Link. Each morning on Breeze 93.9 FM.
From
And now it's time for Remember When, with your host, Uncle Bobing.
Remember when you were growing up and you got a spanking? In the olden days, there were 3 ways to discipline the children.
Boy, get over here and take the slap out to the pig!
Mom, wait, fan, I'm watching Mork and Mindy. Ow, my ear, Mom!
The second form of a corporal punishment is the throwing of an object with uncanny accuracy to strike.
Nanny girl, go fan to the store and buy me chorizo español.
Dad, that's bad food.
Girl, don't make me throw my Zori. Don't try my aim.
Yeah, whatever, Dad. Ow!
Sometimes when you're a kid, you do a really bad thing and your parents would freak out.
Boy, you skipped school today, right?
No, Mom. The bus came late and I just hang out at Junior's house.
Boy, Catholic school ain't free, Toka. You're gonna get it. Go out to the back and pick a tongue so I can spank you with it.
Aw, man, Mom. I'm too old for spanking.
As long as you're under my house, you live by my rules.
This was the way it used to be in the pre-CPS era. Anyway, thanks for strolling and gallivanting with me down memory lane. Join me next year as you remember the time when parachute pants was in. Now on video cassette at Mental Video Rental, Sirena 2000. It's the legend of Guam's mermaid renovated for the modern era.
Serena, get off the phone and go make rice. Get off the phone. Go feed the chickens.
I'm not even on the phone. I'm in the chat room, and there's still rice from this morning.
Serena, don't you psh me, girl. Get over here and before I...
Ma'am, we're with the CPS. You cannot talk to your kid like that. Sirena 2000. It's the story with a message your whole family will enjoy.
Serena, girl, I'm worried. That rash on your legs isn't going away.
Mom, I've never even seen anything like this before. I've been surfing at the boat basin, and they say it's polluted. This rash, it looks like fish scales or something.
I told you, girl, concentrate on your school. But no, you'd rather hee-hee-ha-ha go to the surfing. You can go to the doctor. Our health plan went out of business, Serena.
Watch as Serena wins a lawsuit against the sewer company after the rash turns her into a mermaid. And cheer as Serena goes on to become a golden medal winner for Guam at the 2005 Olympics in Nagat. Now available at Mental Video Rental. You'll laugh, you'll cry, and you'll wonder who the heck writes this stuff. It's Serena 2000.
It's almost time to get malfunction in the morning. Kahulu. All right. Let's go, man. Come on. Kahulu. Wake up off my futon. Put my jewelry on. Rooster crowing at the break of dawn. Saying, RGC, Chris malfunction. Wow, see Chris malfunction. Brunette. Man on a mission. Secret agent malfunction head. Wipe the mugu from my eyes. I realized running late for work to run Bahaki t-shirt. I try to make a stop at Short Mart just to taggy empanada to jumpstart my heart. Eats at the bowl, got the breakfast, got a big heart in my chest, got to share with the rest, got to check it out to the malfunction, boys. Malfunction in the morning, making noise, hoy. We're coming through your stereo with the lowdown on the local scenario. So come on, adjust your own bass and trebles for the malfunction hoys of some rebels.
Oh yeah, come on everyone, it's time to wake up, Kahulu malfunction style. Come on everyone, it's time to get up, another day on Paradise Isle. Come on everyone, it's time to wake up, Kahulu malfunction style. Come on everyone, it's time to get up, another day on Paradise Isle.
Jump out my bed, hit my head, stub my toe. Oh no, where'd my Dory go? I don't know. Time to take a shower and the water is cold. I got no choice cause the water heater's old. I look for my Dory in a hurry, vision's blurry. There it is. Now I need to find my glasses. What should I wear? My suit and tie? Or cut off shorts and t-shirt that says life on high? Come on everyone, it's time to wake up. Put some malfunction in your cup or your bowl. Julius is cruising in the stroll patrol, driving through your stereo. Inasi Nexi, Inashi Nard, island of Guam, always close to my heart. I was a rebel with a cause, so don't hit pause.
Go sinya uli di sombran selten meg. Egy zuid te saluda antes de niga radzaudzan malak estrellas durante todo a no distancia gumugupu gipalu zangiman malak guafi ikonuna sugi airi preba tu la noche nai banderata gaigi pues atan fanny bandera kau esta pagua pumalapa giluk tanu man libri sentami ti man ko badi.
Friday!
All right.
Friday!
When I first saw you, girl, you put a big smile on my face. Then I said to myself, how beautiful you are. Then I got to thinking what it would be like to have you in my arms and squeeze you oh so tight. Then I had a dream of me and you. Down the aisle we walked on through. Dear Father said, do I love you? I quickly said yes, baby. Without you, baby, life would be so blue. Without you, life would be so sad. I wouldn't know what to do till the day I die.
Good morning. Good morning, Betness. Whoa, Biba Friday. Right on 636. Came to play today. Good morning on you guys. Welcome to the last broadcast ever of The Link and of me, Chris Barnett, Malfunction. Good morning on you guys. Bananas of Zeus, brought to you by Calvo Enterprises, IT&E, Jack in the Box, and Mount Carmel School. Good morning. We're going to hear from Mount Carmel Foundation Chair Mike Phillips this morning, all about the enrollment they're doing for the upcoming school year. They're also doing summer school at 671-565-5128. My number here, if you guys want to ring me, 671-637-0094. Playing your requests. Really, we've only got until 9. It's going to be fun, though. Big jam-packed show. Lan and I let the National Weather Service come in. Remember, they had that they had like a big presentation yesterday. He's coming in to unpack that. We're also getting a whole bunch of other people, sir, right? Eric Bora's coming in to debut his new single. Plus, I got a couple great goodbye performances from some of my musical friends and family to play for you guys here this morning at 6:37, Friday, May 27, 2022. This last broadcast of The Link and my last show ever is brought to you also in part by Tropicool Ice, the purest, cleanest ice in Guam. Get 2 bags for $3 at your favorite store, your favorite store. There you go. If you're doing your Link farewell barbecues this weekend, you need to keep that Honum on ice, or if you're drinking maybe some of the grown-up, to hydrate. If you're hydrating like our friend Carlito is hydrating because he is on vacation. Hydrating, I use it. You know what I mean by hydrating. Go get you some Tropical Ice. It's 2 for $3, bro. 2 for $3. 2 for $3. That's your favorite mom and pop store. Good morning, Facebook Live. Just going through the comments here on the Facebook Live feed. I am going to miss you guys on the Link fam from containing COVID to the Link. I mean, from that first day to where we are now, it has been a journey with our Link audience. I have just enjoyed so much, and you guys have been my reason to get up in the morning. You know, this pandemic, it is what it is. Tragic loss of life, of course, loss of not just lives, right, but our life, right? We lost our way of life for a little bit there for the last few years. But a blessing for me, a personal blessing that I never took for granted is, like I said, my career here at KUAM, I've been doing a whole bunch of different things, and I was itching to get back on the radio. But with the breeze and how things are working, I didn't really see an opportunity, and I felt like I was needed elsewhere in the company. And so when Sabrina came up with this idea to do this radio show, and she came to me and she was like, hey, would you be down? Because, it's a commitment, right? We're going to have to start waking up early in the morning, and we didn't know how long it was going to be. But I went home, and I was so happy that night because, like I said, my motivation was just, I wasn't sure. I mean, I was thinking about leaving back then. But being able to come back on the radio, which I feel is like this is my natural state, right? I think I was born. I think God put me here to communicate with people. And being on the radio was so meaningful for me. And I was just blessed and really humbled for this great opportunity to get back on the radio at the time where I felt it was so crucial to be able to talk to the people, right? Because that was, for me, that was one of the big things was we were in a lockdown. Who knew how long it was going to last? I didn't know. How am I going to talk to you guys? And so we figured it's a way to get out here every morning, and it has been, right? And we have been through thick, mostly thick, thank you, and thin with this Link family audience, both on Facebook Live, through the comments. You guys, I love it when you guys just back and forth with the comments. I mean, going back through, we've been through some crazy times. We have walked through the valley of the shadow of death together, holding hands, and we came out the other side together. All right? And I'm still going to be walking with you guys. Don't worry. Trust me, I don't think you're going to have a chance to miss me after I go, before I pop back up in whatever way that I do. And so I'm so grateful for this audience. You guys really, with your comments, the most intelligent, most engaging, most intuitive, and the hardest to fool bunch of people I've ever seen in my life gathered around the radio and the breeze, the Facebook Live feed. It has just been an honor to serve you guys, and I just appreciate every morning that you guys are here. And I also appreciate that you've made it part of your day. You know what I mean? You can see in the comments here where people are just talking about the Link fam, right? And it has become a family. And family sticks together. Thank you guys. While I'm losing the comments on the live stream just because there's a lot coming in here. But Joey and Vanji Gogui, Manana Sizulis, thank you, Joey Pretzel. Appreciate it, man. He's been with us. James O'Donnell, Chris, see you around. Good luck, my friend. Chamarita Rages. Thank you, Chamarita Rages. Just for everything that you've done and all the great support that you've given here on the shows from Containing COVID to the Link, Rosemary LaGuatnia as well. Mama Bear, Debbie Davis, Susa Suico, Bev Tesferger Gonzalez, Glenn Lujan, Annie Bonds, Mark Tyron. You guys know who you are. Marcy Flores, Tony Martinez, thank you so much. SP Bora, thank you guys just for being there. You know what I mean? Rose Beneventi comments in here. Thank you, Link family, for being with us through this pandemic, keeping us informed and updated. God bless Chris Malafunction on his next journey. It's not goodbye. It's till we meet again. Yes, it's not esta adios. It's esta later. Marcy Flores, Chris, and the Link team, thank you for all that you do. You'll be greatly missed. Good luck in your future endeavors. Glenn Lujan, thank you for joining us. Gloria Guerrero, Biba Betnes. You all have a wonderful and safe 3-day weekend. Yes, it is Memorial Day weekend, right? So enjoy that, guys. Davey says, what? Does this have to end? Yes, it does. I have given you my all. I was thinking last night, the body of work that we've been able to put together here at KUAM, I'm proud. I will stick my flag in this mountain of content and work and songs and skits and news stories and everything that I've been able to do over the last 20 years. And so when I'm walking away from this, I feel like I'm walking away in my prime. You know, I mean, God, I'm almost 50 years old, and I've been doing this for 25 years, but I know I could go another 25, but it's just not in the cards for me. It's not. You know, I've been wanting to do things in my life since before the pandemic, and I feel like we've weathered this storm together. We come out on the other side, like I said, and now it's just time for us to really, and you guys too, take a look at your life and look at the things that you've always wanted to do. If there's one thing this pandemic has taught us, it is that life is precious, life is fleeting, and you're not guaranteed tomorrow. So do what you want to do today. It's 6:44, Friday, May 27. Let's go ahead and get into the news. We do have Landon Idlett coming up at the National Weather Service on this last broadcast of the Link. Yes, he is on the way. We're just going to get the news here first. Yeah, he's in person. He's in studio. We'll go ahead and get the news. The first look at news is brought to you by Pacific Points here with the latest from the KUAM News team. It is your Link Update. Good morning.
This news update is brought to you by Pacific Points. Do more, get more.
Hafaday Guam, here are your headlines on the Link. Residents in Dededo are seeing a number of thieves in their village ransacking their homes and belongings. Hannah Devanzo reports.
It seems as if thieves are getting bolder every day and committing crimes in broad daylight. Liguan residents are staying alert following a slew of robberies. In over 40 years in their home, John Paul Manuel and his family have never experienced anything quite like this.
My grandmother was in the front of the house, and then someone jumped to the back gate of the house and were able to get into the extension at the back of the house. They locked us out of the extension, and then they ransacked the place.
The perpetrator managed to get away with his grandma's wallet and left a knife sitting on the hallway floor. To add on to that, another Liguan resident, Christian Marzo, recently had tools stolen from his home.
When we checked the outside kitchen, which they broken into, they did step onto our little area where we put the shoes, and they broke the shoe area, and then the window was wide open, and the lock was broken. I just felt really sick. Dude, someone can come into our house and they just do whatever they want.
Island residents should stay vigilant, as Marzo claims his neighbor had a firearm stolen from inside their home.
I think they're going to try to sell it or something, or use it against the community. That's why I urge people to watch out and try to report anybody suspicious walking around their neighborhood with backpacks and a hoodie. That doesn't look like they belong there, because that weapon could be used against the people of Guam and the police.
At this time, it's unknown if the break-ins were all committed by the same individual. GPD has been alerted of the incidents and are urging the community to contact 671 475-8615-7 if you have any information. You can also submit an anonymous tip on the Guam Crime Stoppers website. Hannah Devonzo for KUAM News.
Judy Wanpat is officially in the race for U.S. delegate after turning in her packet to the Guam Election Commission Thursday morning. Isaiah Uggan has the report.
She's following in her father's footsteps.
I've seen our people suffer, and I can't sit back there anymore.
Dr. Judith Wanpat, also known as Judy, is Guam's first Congressman Antonio B. Wanpat's daughter and is throwing her hat in the political ring, vying for a seat as Guam's delegate to the U.S. Congress.
Today, we see our families suffering, impacted by poverty, drug addiction, violence, and the lack of access to health care. We are losing our lands. Families can't afford to rent, let alone buy their homes. Our economy is suffering on multiple fronts, and our environment is under siege for the sake of progress.
After being out of public office for about 6 years, Wanpat shared the reasons behind her decision to run for Guam's Congress.
I'm running because Guam needs a voice in Congress to fight for fairness and equity as U.S. citizens, to remind them that we are families in need of support in our homeland. We are business owners in need of assistance. We are veterans in need of benefits earned. And we are stewards of resources in need of protection. We are Guam first. We deserve all of it, and we need it yesterday. With this campaign, I am committed to working for our families, our economy, our environment, so that Guam is truly a better place for all of us to live and thrive.
If elected into office, the longtime politician and educator explained some of the issues she'd like to tackle come January.
The three things that I mentioned basically was for families, helping our families, looking at ways in which to secure also that we have a thriving economy, and then the last would be protecting our environment.
Wanpat served in the Guam legislature for 18 years, 10 of which she was selected to be the island's first woman speaker. She was also a teacher, school counselor, and principal in Guam's public schools for 25 years. According to the Guam Election Commission website, Wanpat is the second to officially file her congressional candidate packet and will be going head-to-head against fellow Democrat Senator Talina Nelson in the primary election come August.
Guam's voice in Washington needs to be assertive, but humble, bold, but strategic, and unwavering, but mindful. I will not quit until those in Washington recognize our worth.
Republican Senator James Moylan will be running unopposed in the primaries. He has yet to file his packet. Reporting for KUAM News, Guahusi Isaiah Ugam.
Thank you so much, Isaiah. And I'm going to break protocol a little bit and take the liberty to say thank you so much to Chris Barnett for his time at KOAM from when I started as an intern here to now. You've been a friend, colleague, a mentor. You do best what a lot of us journalists try to do, which is to tell the truth. And for that, I'll be forever grateful for being able to know you and call you a friend, and wish you the best of luck in your next journey. This is your last link update here on the set. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you tonight on Primetime.
This news update is brought to you by Pacific Points. Do more, get more.
our Chamorro playlist here. Good morning on you guys. 7:03 Friday. Woohoo! Last show ever of The Link. My last broadcast. Thank you guys. We'll get to our Facebook Live comments. I see them. Okay. Thank you guys so much. I go through all the comments after the show. Really just overwhelmed by your show of support here. And good morning on you guys. Cabo Enterprises, ITD, and Jack in the Box, Mount Carmel School, proud to present today's episode of The Link. And also Tropical Ice, the purest, cleanest ice in Guam. Yes, get 2 bags for $3 at your favorite store. Landon Islett of the National Weather Service joins us. Landon, good morning, my friend. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning, and it's my honor and pleasure to be here in the studio with you for the first time in nearly 2 years.
I know, it's been crazy. We've been getting really used to the Zoom. I want to thank you, man, because we reached out to you, and again, like I said when we earlier, we didn't know how long this show was going to last, but your commitment has never wavered, and I don't know how many Mondays we've shared here. You make the Mondays a little bit better. Usually Monday hits different, but it's always good to get you on and really get the people the information they need to know about the weather, which is why we brought you on today. I know you came on this Monday, and you talked about there's a big presentation about the forecast for the typhoon season, right?
Yeah, that's correct. And so that was yesterday. That was our second WFO Guam Regional Climate Conference.
WFO, of course. What is the WFO?
That's the Weather Forecast Office. That's our National Weather Service field office here on Guam. And it's something that I developed last year. One of our forecasters mentioned we need to have something of the sort that was similar to what they do in the South Pacific with all the Pacific Island nations.
Right.
And I said, that's a great idea. Let's make it happen.
It is.
And
Man, Landon, before we get into it, because I'm going to throw it over to Landon, and he's got a whole bunch of slides for you guys. And this is a big deal. It's where the National Weather Service lays out their prediction for the typhoon season, also known as the tropical cyclone outlook. But Landon and I, we were talking before we went on, and I just also wanted to commend you because I remember when Chip Gard left, and everybody remembers Chip. I mean, it was kind of, before Barbara White, he was just or after Barbara White, he was the face of Guam weather. And I know that people were wondering how it would be when he left because, we've gotten so used to him being the go-to guy for the weather. And I got to say, man, you haven't missed a beat, and you've also flipped the script and brought a lot of technology. Like, I can't imagine Chip Gard trying to figure out the slides and the tab. I could see him getting mad and throwing the tab on the ground. But you've really turned the corner, man, and made the weather. I mean, it's fun to watch, dude, and engaging. And I think at the end of the day, getting the message out in the way that's accessible to the most people is always a great thing. So, congrats, man.
Thank you very much. And I bottle up papers from time to time and throw stuff on the ground, but I do it in private.
Right.
And I let my brother know about it. He's always the one I blast when I'm irritated about something not working, which is often. But yeah, this is a tremendous challenge, this job as a warning coordination meteorologist, and it's something that Chip, as a collaborator of mine, a coworker, a colleague of mine for 12 years, I really admired the work that he did for many years, 10 years that I worked with him. And for me, having his job was the dream job of working with the people, not just sitting behind a computer at a workstation on shift work, but actually working with people in the community, working on awareness, outreach, and education. And so when the Weather Service really started diving into the aspect of social science and decision support services, that's where I found my niche. And that was around 2017, 2018, when I started doing my social science research here on the island about weather communications and how we can improve that communications process. And so at that point, I was waiting for Chip to retire, and he did. But now I was like, why did you retire? It's so much work. My days usually start at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and they go onward till 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
But you love what you do.
I love what I do. I'm very passionate about it. And there's been some tough moments in the last 2.5, 3 years that I've been doing this job since Chip's retirement. But it's the passion for the people on Guam and the passion for the people in the region that keeps me here and fuels my efforts to keep doing what we do here at the Weather Service. And that's to protect life and property.
Right. At the end of the day, that's the bottom line, right? So what are we looking at for typhoon season, Landon?
Well, definitely, we're not looking at a bad outlook, or we're definitely not looking at a 2015 year. That was a strong El Nino year. And if you want to go ahead and pull up the slides, and we'll get to some of the background. We'll start with the first slide. This is just our typical weather outlook to start off the week. And, of course, there's nothing much in the headlines moving forward, just a showery start to the day this morning. We did have a urban and small stream flood advisory this morning to get us started. That was in response to some heavy showers moving across South and Central Guam, and other parts got brief heavy rainfall, but not quite to the duration of what Southern Guam received. I've not had any reports, but we were estimating about 1 to 2 inches of rainfall in a very short period of time this morning. So that probably woke up and startled some people, but otherwise it was much needed rainfall for the island because we have ongoing dry conditions. So again, not everybody saw the rain, but some areas did get a good amount of rainfall. So those scattered showers will persist through the morning, and we could see another wave of activity this afternoon. If the winds don't increase through the afternoon, we could see a little bit of an island effect convection situation develop. But if the winds are just enough, whatever convection does evolve over the island will be pushed off to the west. So we'll be watching that closely, but stay tuned to all weather forecasting conditions. Risk of rip currents is moderate, and the drought condition is starting to creep in across the Mariana Islands with the ongoing dry conditions, and the Guam fire danger remains high to very high. So go ahead into the next slide, and we'll flip right on through. And that's the drought picture across the region. So we're watching developing drought in the northern Marshall Islands, which is persisting there across Woche and the northern islands, but also Kapinga Maringi. That's going to be the hotspot for dry conditions over the next several months with the current climate pattern with La Nina, but then also the Mariana Islands. And eventually we're going to start seeing those rain chances increase across the Mariana Islands, just typical with our seasonal transition to the wet season, and then we'll go right on from there. The next slide, this is just one that we've had on our Facebook page since May 15th, 16th, showing those colder than normal temperatures over the Pacific waters, and that's indicative of the ongoing La Nina that's fighting for survival as we move into the coming months. And so that has a lot of effects onto what we're expecting for the tropical weather outlook. And so we look at the state of the climate, whether we're in a La Nina pattern or an El Nino pattern, because the numbers that we expect across the region are closely hinge to where these storms develop. And Dr. Mark Lander from University of Guam, he frequently states that year to year, the numbers don't change that much between seasons, but it's the location of where these storms track. And so if we're in a La Nina pattern, these tropical cyclones typically develop in Western Micronesia, Chuuk, near Guam, and then move on out to the Philippine Sea. And that's where we were in 2020, 2021. So we had a lot of action in the Philippine Sea developing near Guam, and then it just moved on off.
Right, nothing ever happened here.
Nothing ever happened here. We did go into watches and warnings periodically for these, what we call piece of junk. It's a developing disturbance that may or may not become a depression right on our doorstep. And so the hardest part with those situations, and meteorologically speaking from a forecaster standpoint, is how do you communicate that? Because there's a lot of motions that go into play, whether you're in a watch or warning, a condition of readiness 4, 3, 2, or 1 with the governor's office and Homeland Security.
Right.
So we have to closely coordinate and plan for all the contingencies. Is it going to develop? Is it going to hold off until it passes? So we look at all those factors. In an El Nino year, all that activity shifts farther to the east. So I'm showing the picture from 2020. That was a moderate to strong La Nina pattern that year. We only had one tropical system move through the Mariana Islands. That was Tropical Storm Atsani right around October 30th. That was the only threat we had to any of the islands in the western North Pacific. But the next slide showing the 2015 year, which is a strong El Nino, a whole lot more activity.
Right.
And so we were busy with tropical weather all the way from the start of the year. We had Tropical Storm Bavi in March of 2015, Typhoon Dolphin, May of 2015. Then we had several more. Dolphin was the 7th tropical cyclone in May of that year. So much busier year.
Lando, let me ask you, man, when you talk about these storms that form in the La Nina and then they end up going out to the Philippines, nothing happening here, how do you handle people who maybe wonder, oh, we got all prepared and it turned out to be nothing, and then the credibility, right? And what do we believe next time the Weather Service says something?
Yeah, that's a tricky one, and I like to tell people don't judge every storm based off of previous storms, because every situation is different. Case in point, this closest point of approach, everybody looks at that CPA.
Right.
Think that once you've reached CPA, things will rapidly improve. That's not always the case. Sometimes the worst conditions are before CPA or after, and that was the situation with Typhoon Malakas in Yap. Their worst conditions were after CPA for half a day or so. Half a day, Chris.
Right.
But we look at every storm individually based on its symmetry, its motion, its forecast, its outlook. Is it intensifying, weakening? And we always like to analyze everything constantly. When we're dealing with the tropical cyclone threat to any of our islands, We are all hands on deck in the weather service, and it's a buzz in there. And we hope to have KUAM in there live again during the next tropical cyclone event, because we're opening up now finally.
I'm pretty sure we'll be there.
But always be prepared. Always watch. We try to explain the probabilities of things happening, the uncertainties, and that's the key. How do you say you don't know what's going to happen?
Right.
In a way that people understand that.
Right.
And so that's the magic in communicating anything weather forecasts.
Let me ask you also, man, because it's almost been a generation since we've been through a major, major weather event. For those of you guys who have been through a major one, I mean, Dolphin was pretty bad. But do you ever worry, Landon, that our people wouldn't be ready, or that, this generation that's never been through a storm wouldn't know what to do if one came?
That's partial, yes. I'm not so much worried that people don't know what to do, because we will be screaming and putting out as much information as possible.
Right.
Jenna, the public affairs at Homeland Security, and all of the staff at Homeland Security office, they do phenomenal work, and we work very closely together in all things preparedness and response. My biggest fear is saying something wrong. That's what keeps me up at night, and that's why in a tropical situation, I will be working 18 to 20 hours a day, sleeping for a couple hours on my couch in the office or on the floor. But as long as there's a threat to the island, I will be communicating every way possible as I can, and making sure we're putting out the best information in every way possible. Facebook, Twitter, Facebook live broadcast. That's been such a huge success for our office communication since 2019. And so if there's a threat and people are in danger, I want to make sure everybody's getting that information, no matter how far they are away from us, how far they are from communications, however we have to communicate, because we want to make sure everybody to the last mile gets that information.
Yeah, I mean, I got 3 young kids, and they haven't been through a major storm, right? And so when I try and explain to them, like, oh, the trees are, they can't, there's nothing to measure it against. So, but we did come out with guys, we had a great podcast from the files. Sorry, self-plug. Check Tomas Manglonia's episode on, I think it was Paka, Pong Song Hwa. So there, if you want to know what it's like to be to go through a major storm, check out From the Files on the KUAM Podcast Network. Go ahead, Landon, take it away.
Yeah, and if anybody's an expert on significant typhoons, that's the CNMI. My gosh, they have been barreled so many times. They've had Typhoon Sudolor in 2015. They had a Super Typhoon U2. Hagibis hit Anatahan, which is nobody up there, but significant major hits. We were grazed by Typhoon Mangkhut in September 2018, but Rhoda took a direct hit. So they are the experts to surviving nature's worst, and this is literally nature's worst. And so we might be looking at a below average year or below normal year this year again for our 3rd year, but we'll probably see a little bit more activity than what we saw the last 2 years. Those were bottom dwelling years for us climate-wise across the region, but it only takes that one storm. Everything can come into alignment just right, and you get one storm and makes it a very rough year for somebody.
Right on. Landon, before we let you go, though, Memorial Day weekend weather?
Yeah, we're not looking bad this Memorial Day weekend. We could see some showers linger tomorrow, but otherwise it's going to be a status quo type of weekend.
You mean hot? It's been hot.
It'll be hot. Yeah, so watch out for these heat indexes. Drink a lot of water. I'll probably be at the beach somewhere tomorrow.
Stay hydrated.
For a break. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Stay hydrated. Wear the sunscreen, but beautiful weekend ahead.
Thank you, Landon.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's not goodbye. I know we'll probably see you in the hotspot or all around, and keep working hard, keep doing good work, and you are appreciated.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chris.
Got it. Thank you. There you go, Landon Ilett of the National Weather Service. Hey, we're going to take a quick break and come back with more of the last broadcast ever of The Link, which is brought to you by Mount Carmel School in Hoggett. Yes, 671-565-5128 for more info on how to enroll for the upcoming school year. Also brought to you in part by Tropicool. Yes, Guam's cleanest ice. You can, it's pure too. In Guam, you can get 2 bags for $3 at your favorite mom and pop store. The Link, the last link ever, continues next. Good morning.
Oh, what's for breakfast at KFC?
Start off your middays with the menu on KOAM News Hotspot, your preview to the big news items. Broadcast on KOAM TV 8 weekdays at noon with live stream on our social media platforms, plus an encore at 5 p.m. on KOAM TV 11.
The Menu, brought to you by King's Restaurant, always open, always local, and Ruby Tuesday Guam, home of the Fresh Garden Bar.
Uproar, the Guam Rugby Union presents Youth Festival Edition. Now is the time. Saturday, May 28th, beginning at 9 a.m. at the GW Field. Co-ed flag MS Tournament, Varsity Boys 15s and Girls 7s All-Star Match. JV Rising Star matches at the GW Field. For middle school inquiries, email uproarguam@gmail.com or text 671-488-9346. Uproar Youth Festival Edition is presented by our community partners. Proceeds to benefit the Guam Women's Rugby National Team.
Properties in the Tropics is your weekly roundup of the hottest properties on Guam. Every Thursday, get a virtual walkthrough of homes, apartments, townhomes, and land available for lease, rent, or sale with a breakdown of the most important.
You're giving me attitude? Why don't I just go over there and slam your face?
Malfunction record promotions. The perfect zone.
You can be the coconut, I can be the konzu. You can be the rice, I can be the cardu. You can be the donny, I can be the lombok. You can be the gout that I get when I'm zomo. You can be the wind to blow on my duk-duk. If you like it raw, feel the causes on my foot. When you be my mom, don't forget to fangingi. Then I'll find out, girl, if you like it to my guini. I don't know how I'll support you, and I know that I can afford you. But in time, you'll be my porgy. Public health's all we need. You're the one who blacked my eye, and your punch was very terry. I wanna be your only guy, but I am scared to get married. Oh, go up at the wall. Oh, night by the hall. Not the perfect zoo, so nobody's perfect, dude. You could be the Guela, I could be the Guelo. I can ask permission to hang with my telus. You can be Doodles and I can be Doomang. We can catch crabs, girl, down at the Godsen. I be the Treesus, you be the Pock. When we get domestics, I feel out in my truck. You can be the Mist, I could be the Tisu. You could be why I go up the Tiku. I don't know if we're related. Out there, call the guys you dated. And in time, you'll be my podgy. Public health's all we need. You're the one who slashed my tires. I still can't find my own Matetti. Roll down the window with the pliers. Don't break my heart like it's Roschetti. Oh, go up at the wall. Oh, night by the home. About the perfect zoo. So nobody's perfect, dude. You're the one who blacked my eye, and your punch was very terry. I wanna be your only guy, but I am scared to get married. Oh, go up at the wall. Oh, night by the home. Love the perfect zoo. So nobody's perfect, dude.
The only perfect one in this world is Jesus Christ and Santa Maria Carmelin.
Oh, Tancha, I think you're perfect.
No, boy, I'm a sinner, boy.
Oh, yeah, you like to sin, huh? Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Production. How to understand political rhetorics.
My dear people of Guam, I understand what you are going through with your suffering during these economic times of chaos.
I know what that really means.
Well, I've never actually been to Gura before. I drove by a couple times. Looks scary. Where is Section 8 anyway?
How about this one?
Vanman hasut sa moru. Kids need schools with books, and qualified teachers.
What that really means?
What do you mean, books? My kids go to private school.
How about this one?
I want to thank my supporters for supporting me with their support during my campaign. And I promise to you, the people of Guam, and everyone else too, that I promise to you that I will hire only the most qualified people with the qualified qualifications to run this golf swamp.
What that really means?
Ari, you want to be director DPW?
Brought to you by the Committee for Unconfuse the People.
You're giving me attitude? Why don't I just go over there and slam your face?
Bananas and Juice. Hey, good morning. It's Friday. Friday, whoa! Viva Business, 727. Let's head into the KUAM News link Zoom room this morning. Coming up, we have the Mount Carmel Foundation Chair, Attorney Mike Phillips, on this morning. But let's go to get to Joey Frunkes from Sentimental Journey 5, a Chamorro Symphony, which we are going to be broadcasting on the stations of KUAM. Joey, good morning and thanks for joining us.
Buenas and hafade Chris, and todos hamza lopi bueno hutun ni man e kung gwini zaman ega no gwawisi chino Joey Frunkes magahe. Thank you very much for allowing me to come on today. It's such a wonderful day to celebrate with you and on your show, and thank you so much, Chris, for taking time to entertain. So yeah, we wanted to share with the audience here today that every year on June 28th, we celebrate the Guam War Survivors Remembrance Day. And ever since we started celebrating this as a result of Public Law 33-56, the Guam War Survivors Memorial Foundation started to think of ways that we can start to honor our survivors. And one of those things that we did was we came up with the platform of the Sentimental Journey. And Sentimental Journey basically was the platform that we wanted to try to incorporate how music can be used in honoring our survivors. So in that regard, the ideas of how we can do that collectively was to be able to gather a lot of our local musicians here on Guam to honor our survivors, of course, because we're evidently the survivors' descendants. So what a wonderful way to do that. So we gathered that year in 2016. Our first Sentimental Journey project was to gather all of our local musicians and performers to start the Sentimental Journey program. And we presented them with that show that year. And so ever since that time in 2016, every year thereafter, we came up with another Sentimental Journey to carry us through. And so the first year in 2016, we came up with that concept. The second year, actually 2016, we ended up with the Sentimental Journey Encore because our first show was such a success. Right. And we wanted to just go ahead, and there was such a demand for us to bring that show back. So that same time in August, after the first show, we had the Sentimental Journey Encore, which was a really sold out event as well. And we ended up having 2 back-to-back shows on that same night. So it was pretty interesting. And it was just a wonderful sold out show, like I said. And so in 2017, we had our Sentimental Journey 2, and we honored our survivors again with the music of the era. And the era music that we presented that day was anywhere from the 1930s to the 1940s. And that was a wonderful way of celebrating as well. In 2018, we came out with Guput Samoro. And that Guput Samoro cast was just all of our local performers, Jesse, Ruby. We had also Candy Taman. We had Mr. Fred Bamba, Mike Rasmussen, and just a wonderful cast of Chamorro performers to celebrate the Sentimental Journey 3 with the Guput Samoro concept. And then, of course, we started to try to find other ways that we can use the mediums to try to capture that. And so we started to put out recordings and CDs to start to carry on so that people would be able to watch it over and over and over. So we started moving into the platform of CDs and DVDs. And so that was one of the more creative things that we were able to do in 2019 with the replay celebrating the 75th liberation of Guam. And then Sentimental Journey 4, we had songs remembered. So we took all of the compilations of songs that we wanted to capture the time frame of Chamorro music and the era. So we wanted to just come out with that, and we came up with Sentimental Journey 4, which was a DVD as well.
Right. And now here we are, Sentimental Journey 5. Wow.
The Let Your Spirit dance was a really wonderful way of tributing to them, featuring dance and also the dancers that were involved here. Some of the ones that you're looking at on this particular slide are the couple that we are always seeing down at the Wednesday night market, celebrating there also with regards to their music and their performances down there. So we wanted to just thank those individuals that participated in that.
Joey, I'm sorry, Joey, what are their names, the couple that's showing right now?
I believe that they're Senor Sablan. I'm sorry, like Chris, I don't remember his name right off. Good question, though. Thank you.
No, but they're so recognizable. You're right. They're
absolutely.
Very with Chamorro Village. They're always usually there with Chamorro Elvis. Elvis, right? Yeah. Okay, Joey, go ahead.
Okay, and so moving forward to this year, we came up with a new theme, and we wanted to find a way to actually promote the music, the Chamorro music. So one of the things that we wanted to capture here was the theme of the symphony. So the Chamorro Symphony came as a result of that, and we're going to be using local singers and performers performing the music, the Chamorro music. We have performers like the Wagner sisters, and we have Jesse and Ruby again. We have Johnny Sablan. We have Jack Larimer. The Guam Territorial Band will be performing. They will also have the skip dance. And one of the real special things that we also have this year in collaboration is that we ended up having the 3rd Expeditionary Marine Corps Band out of Okinawa that will be participating in this particular production. And this will be a production that will be hopefully the one that will really encompass how we are bringing in the next generation of descendants coming in to perform, the younger generation, because we really wanted to find a way to make our next generation take this and carry it forward, and be able to share their talents with regards to how they can also honor the survivors. So Sentimental Journey this year is going to be a real special theme because of the symphony, and a lot of the music soundtrack you're going to be familiar with, because back then in the 70s, Jesse Young Guerrero and Jack DeMello produced this album along with the London Symphony. And that's what really was the music platform that we wanted to showcase in Sentimental Journey, a Chamorro Symphony, for our production this year.
It's great, man, Joey. I really love that you guys have been able to consistently bring these great shows out to the people of Guam, pandemic or not, and to know that we're here on the 5th Sentimental Journey. I can really relate, because these last couple of weeks have been a real sentimental journey for me too, Joey. So props on that. And then I know this is going to be broadcast on the stations of KUAM.
Absolutely. I just wanted to give a little bit of a shout out to our sponsors, the Guam War Survivors Memorial Foundation, the Menengan Memorial Foundation. And I just wanted to just add on here that these two foundations are working together in partnership for this particular production, which is really a really heaven sent, because I've been really looking forward to the opportunity for these foundations to work together. And this was one way that we were able to accomplish that. So I'm really, really proud of that. And also we want to thank the Governor's Office, GIDA, Guam Economic Development Authority. We also wanted to thank PBS Guam and also KUAM Communications. They've been a very strong supporter for us since we started doing Sentimental Journey. It's been a real pleasure working with them, and then they've been very supportive in that aspect. And lastly, the Guam Museum. We want to just say Dankuna Sidus Maasi to all of you for supporting the Sentimental Journey. And yeah, Chris, you know what? That's a really good point there, that the journey for you definitely may be ending here, but I also wanted to say thank you for all of the wonderful times that you brought happiness and joy, and even the information that you put on with regards to the link. And I know that as a result of this pandemic, that you brought the link format and platform so that people can be more informed. And I thought that wow, I saw how passionate you were about some of those very important topics and discussions that we were bringing on as a result of the COVID pandemic. And I really appreciate all the hard work that you did. Good luck and enhorabuena for you to continue on to your next journey, Chelo.
Thank you so much, Joey. I appreciate your kind words so much. And Hagumas, I mean, a lot of times, I've been able to be lucky enough to share a microphone on the stage at, venues where you're performing. So, Hagumas, hello. And thank you, Joey. There you go. Joey Franca's Sentimental Journey 5, a Tomorrow Symphony. Dun, 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 dun. It's going to be awesome. Right here in the stations of KUAM. Let me go ahead and give you the broadcast schedule. You got a little bit of time here. Broadcast launch date going to be June 28, TV 8, 11 a.m. And TV 11 at 3 p.m. It is a Chamorro Symphony Sentimental Journey 5. Let's go ahead and do a little, it's almost like a Chamorro Symphony or a Malfunction Symphony. I wanted to play this from my buddy Fluff, who did a tribute track. So humbling. Hold on, sir. Let me get that up here. And then we're going to go to a break real quick, and we'll come back with Mike Phillips, who is the Mount Carmel Foundation chair. We wanted to share with you this morning a little bit about how successful Mount Carmel has been in competitions. Hoggat, very competitive, right? Mount Carmel School, even more competitive. And they come to win, and they have won at some great island-wide competitions, which Mike is going to share with us coming up. We also got Eric Bora. He's debuting a new single here on the show. I thought he was going to play live, but he didn't even bring his guitar. But we've got like 8 guitars here, so we'll see. And then I've got I've got a couple of tributes. I got a cool one from Pacific Cool, who's gearing up for a show over in the CNMI. Thank you so much, Mr. Pacific Cool. I know that's his superhero name. Got a malfunction. 7:39. Here you go again. This is a great little tribute. Thank you, Fluff, so much. It's the cover of Fried Chicken and Finna Denny right here on the link. Good morning.
High price, free range, hybrid cars. Watching what we eat, getting lots of exercise. Evil carbs, get ready to start. Lose 20 pounds, it's who you really are. Tofu bars, low fat lard. High price, free range, hybrid cars. Watching what we eat, getting lots of exercise. Evil carbs, get ready to start. Lose 20 pounds, it's who you really are. Abs of steel, no thunder in your thighs. Fried chicken and Finna Denny. Ooh, we go mugging any. Good Guam cooking, don't care about calories. I might feel a little guilty, 'cause I know one day it'll kill me. But it gives my baby down a little something extra to squeeze. Don't panic, it's organic. Soybean bacon detox-o-matic. Almost tastes real if you put a lot of salt. MSG, pesticide free. Whole grain goodness for the family. But this body is an engine. This engine needs lots of grease. Big not fried dressing on the side. We're trying to live forever 'cause we're scared to die. But if I go tomorrow, my last supper will be fried chicken and Finna Denny. Ooh, we go mugging any. Good Guam cooking, don't care about calories. I might feel a little guilty, 'cause I know one day it'll kill me. But it gives my baby down a little something extra to squeeze. Yes, it gives my baby down a little something extra to squeeze. Viva malfunction! Yee!
Mariana's Irrigation and Landscape Superstore.
Stop on by and visit our showroom today. We offer everyday low prices on all major outdoor power equipment like bush cutters, chainsaw, power washer, generators, and more. Need service, repair, maintenance? Well, check out Guam's best superstore only at Mariana's Irrigation and Landscape, located in Barragata along Army Drive between Submarina and Besta Market. Call 735-7446 for more information. Now shipping to surrounding islands. Mariana's Irrigation and Landscape Superstore.
Get the job done the right way by getting the right stuff at East West Rental Center. With years of experience helping builders, we definitely got what you need. Call 646-1463 or visit us in Upper Tumon. Open Monday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Sundays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information.
New Spicy Lovers Pizza from Pizza Hut. Hurts so good. With its spicy marinara and sliced red chilies. It's like a roundhouse kick to the taste buds. How's it looking? Don't be bashful with the fiery flakes now. I want it to be real spicy.
I haven't started yet.
Okay, I'm ready. The new Spicy Lovers Pizza. Get it while it's hot. You want respect? Red chilies get you respect. Knowing our pizza's the Hut.
Oh, Mr. Governor, Mr. Governor, who do you think you is? Oh, Mr. Governor, Mr. Governor, I dare see call the terrorists. Your number one concern should be the people of Guam. You said we're still the one. 8 years in office, and look at what you've done. We're all suffering and you're having fun. Waste all the money, then you raise up all the bills. Even the library's closed. Do shady business, give all your parties deals. If you're not careful, you get your assets froze. So Mr. Governor, Mr. Governor, who do you think you is? Oh, Mr. Governor, Mr. Governor, I dare see call the terrorists. A cabinet meeting's like a family reunion. We the people come last. Your dirty politics, no, it isn't a solution. Guam will get better when your term has passed. Oh, Mr. Governor, oh, Mr. Governor, who do you think you is? Oh, Mr. Governor, Mr. Governor, I dare see call the terrorists. Mr. Governor, Mr. Governor, show us the money now. Mr. Governor, oh, Mr. Governor, did you spend it on Uru now? Mr. Governor, oh, Mr. Governor, why, oh, Karu, why? Oh, Mr. Governor, Mr. Governor, look out for the FBI. Mr. Governor.
Friday! Yeah!
Friday! It's Friday!
All right. Hey, a day.
I-94!
Yeah, Friday! Hey, a day. Sit down.
It's Friday! Good morning, everybody in Guam. I-94. Yeah!
Friday! Good morning. That's it, Pants It. I want to shout out to my buddy Mark. I ran into him at Shell yesterday. Good morning, Mark. Thank you. Also, I got a request here. Who else would be able to write a song about mold in a high school? That would be me. Yes, Southern High. If you go to Southern High School, our school is moldy. Is that? Yes, so we're going to play that coming up here. Inspired by that Chamorro tradition, really, right? And that's just how the Chamorro people have gotten through adversity, whether it's wars, pandemics, typhoons, is through sharing song and story and taking situations that aren't really funny and putting them in that Cassie format and making them funny. 7:47, Friday, May 27th, on the Last Link show ever. It's proudly brought to you by Cabo Enterprises, ITD, and Jack in the Box, and also Tropicool Ice, the purest, cleanest ice in Guam. Get 2 bags for $3 at your favorite store. And Mount Carmel School in beautiful Hoggett at 671-565-5128. We're bringing on the Mount Carmel Foundation Chairman Mike Phillips in the KUAM News Link Zoom room. Good morning, Mike.
Lovely day, Chris. Congratulations on your silver anniversary and your quasi-retirement from entertainment, huh?
Silver anniversary. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Let's play a little trivia. If you don't mind, you have your thinking cap on?
I'll try.
Okay, here we go. I don't know if you know these, but I want to ask you, I just got a few trivia questions here. Which middle school won the island-wide science fair competition at the University of Guam?
Mount Carmel this year.
Okay, good. That is correct.
Yes, but this year they granted an overall winner for middle school, and Antonio Cruz, our student, did very, very well. And so we're very honored, and we're very happy for him and our science program, too.
Okay, that's good. You know your stuff with Mount Carmel and the science fair. Let me ask you this one, though. This is a little tougher one. Which middle school boys basketball team ended their season in a tie for first place? Is it A, Mount Carmel, B, Mount Carmel, or C, Mount Carmel?
Well, Mount Carmel and a couple other schools, including St. Paul's and St. Anthony's. But yes, we're tied for first. The boys did very well this year with Mr. C, Mr. Camacho, and under Coach Brian Cornelius.
Okay, you're 2 for 2, Mike. You're doing pretty good this morning. It's quite a Friday for you. I got just a couple more here. Which middle school, this is a tough one, won the Chamorro language competition at the University of Guam?
Mount Carmel always does very, very well there. As you might have heard Mr. Funkus mention, where we try our very best, and this year again we're very fortunate to win a whole lot of gold medals. In the middle school, I think they swept completely. So very, very proud of our Chamorro instructors, Mr. Duenas and Mr. Leonguero Senor, and our students and everybody that helps. But also the work, Chris, that those at UOG put on each year. They're not given too much money, and they seem to make it work. Pandemic or no pandemic, we've had the competition.
Good points there, Mike. And yes, you're absolutely correct. It is Mount Carmel. Just one more, okay? Which middle school won more gold medals in academics than any other school? Any other school on Guam? Do you know this one, Mike?
It has to be Mount Carmel.
God.
Because we compete, and you know that. Your
Yes.
boy went there, and we compete almost on a weekly basis internally, but externally we try to compete as often as we can, because it's through competition that the bar is raised. I think we've all learned that.
Right, yes, that is definitely a lesson that our generation knows very well. Mike, I wanted to put in the push because I've been talking about enrolling. I know you got summer school going on now, right? Tell us a little bit about summer school, because when I was at the school for the big festival that you guys had, I know that we had said something like summer school is not just for catching up, it could also be for getting ahead, right?
Yeah, both. You know, more than anything, students want to have fun in the summer, right? But you can also make learning fun. We all try to do that in every way we can. I was kind of surprised that you didn't know that Patrick Palomo was part of our music faculty with Jolene Sublon Suba, a At first, I thought you were kidding, but then I realized, it's not anything that we buy commercials for. But our music program is as you know, amazing, and we have a combination of different areas that we believe contribute to educating the complete child.
Right,
so
Mike.
at different times you find Latin, but you might also find taekwondo.
Right.
You're definitely going to find music and all the core subjects. At one time, we were offering 10. I think we offer 9 or 10 each semester in the middle school, and a little bit less in the elementary, more fundamentals, but still the same approach to educating the complete child.
We do have a couple comments in here, Mike. Biba MCS 77, half a day, Mike. And that is coming from Davia and Rosalie Tolentino. Also, we had a comment in here. Mike is a huge saving grace for our beloved Mount Carmel schools. He does Mossy for all he does to grow the MCS legacy. GM Palma comments in here. Off a day, Chelu, Mike, and Biba MCS class of 77.
Yeah, those are, I'm sure it's like this on Guam, but it's definitely like this at Mount Carmel when classmates from, I guess, 45 years ago write in, you know who they are.
Right.
And two of them, George, who was he was captain for both our basketball and volleyball teams, and Rosalie was actually Rosalie Bora Tolentino, who married one of my other best friends from Santa Rita. She was my classmate at Mount Carmel from 3rd grade through 9th grade, and kind of a family relative also. So yeah, nice. They're all living on the mainland.
Nice.
Those two are at least.
Mike, I think that you name dropping Uncle Patrick Palomo as and Auntie Dorlina Suba as part of your big the whole music program there. That is the perfect example of what the kids call a humble brag.
Well, the song you were playing earlier, that was actually Joylene, and Patrick was also on that album. And gosh, that goes back to 1988, 89. I was mentioning that Mr. Frankus was recording his album at that time, and I believe he was leaving for his last year at Berkeley, if I'm not mistaken, at the Tommy Bijado Studios in Dedido.
Right.
So I met him there, although he's much senior in the music industry than I am. But I remember the album, and I remember he recorded it with Cindy Manglona. That was in 88, 89.
Right, and we've been playing this album, the Tremor album, brought to you by Mount Carmel School, pretty much for the last few weeks. Mike, I'm running really tight on time. There's a lot going on this morning, but I wanted to end here with the tuition deal that you guys have at Mount Carmel.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Back in the day, families went to school together, right? And so we start, Chris, as you know, at pre-K 3, and we don't end until 8th grade. So most that have siblings or kids, they have them more than one every 5 or 10 years, right? So you have a streak in the family, and that's what we try to cater to ensure that segment of our population is not left out. So it's $295 for the first child. If you have 2 children, it's $470. If you have 3 children, it's $535. Then tuition after that does not go up, no matter how many kids you have. We have one $65 registration fee for the extra child, but that's it. And so it really has made a difference at our school, and it does more than just remind us of the old times. It again educates the complete child, because if your children are going to schools where their classmates are only coming from homes that can afford private school, then that's not really doing justice to either them or the community, and we try and do both.
So, Mike, I just want to just playing the devil's advocate, as I'm often want to do. You said more than a fourth kid, no tuition, right? So you mean to tell me if I had like 13 kids?
Yeah, my grandfather and grandmother had 16, so they would have ran the school broke.
Right.
We haven't had trouble with that. It actually really helped the school, because those families would not be sending one kid to private school or 2. They'd be sending none. Either all go or we don't go. Right. It's fair. So yeah, it's something that really does benefit the school also. more than anything, it benefits the students. Our faculty enjoys it also.
Mike, I'm a big fan of what you guys are doing down there at Mount Carmel School. And guys, I got to tell you, I remember when they first came out, people were talking about it's a music school, but I think, and as you learned from the beginning of our conversation, it's not just a music school. They really are educating the complete child. Academics, they've won more gold medals in academics than any other middle school. They continually clean house in the Chamorro language competitions. And guess what? They can ball a little bit too. It's Mount Carmel School. Mike, 671-565-5128. Last pitch.
Chris, the last pitch is just to congratulate you. I think that using maybe the 21st century version of Kantan Samrita, you've perpetuated our culture, and you've shown how we've survived, right? It's based on humor, music too, but a lot of humor, and being aware. You've been able to say things that if any of us called on the radio or said this on TV, we probably wouldn't be able to go out in public very often. But you're able to say and do things, and we know that comes with a price. And so I want to personally congratulate you and also let you know how much we all appreciate it.
Wow, Mike, thank you. That really means a lot coming from you. I got to just tell this story. Many years back, I think the governor at the time was former Governor Carl Gutierrez, and I had been invited to this function up at the government house. And this was, of course, after I'd come out with the Mr. Governor song and done the whole, I did this interview with Uncle Carl way back at Hit Radio. Kind of gave him a hard time, and it was this interview where he's like, boy, just come and I'll take you around the island, come and we'll stroll and stuff. So I was kind of nervous to show up there at Government House. And right when I walked in, I look up and I see this ponytail right in front of me. And so I know I kind of nudged you, Mike, and I was like, hey, we better stick together in this room. So it's a little funny story that going back. Thank you, Mike, for your kind words, and Biba Mount Carmel.
Okay, we'll be seeing you soon, Chris.
Yeah. You're not going to have time to miss me, I'm pretty sure. Yes, okay. There you go, Mike Phillips, the chair of the Mount Carmel Foundation. 7:58. We got to take a break. The show, again, brought to you by Cabo Enterprises, IT&E, Jack in the Box, Mount Carmel School, and, yes, Tropical on the last day. Thank you, Tropical, for jumping on. Tropical Ice, the purest, cleanest ice in Guam. Get 2 bags for $3 at your favorite store. The last link ever, continues next. Good morning. 8:27. We're going to go with Speaker 3, Sterling, and then Aaron Bora is going to jump in. Yes, I didn't forget about you, my friend. Good morning, Madam Speaker.
Buenas, good morning.
And thanks
Mananas
for...
Iduas.
Mananas Iduas. It is Friday morning. I wanted to get you on. We got a thing that's going to happen in a few minutes here in the studio, but I wanted to bring you on just to kind of round robin over session, and also I know you had a little bit about the war claims.
Yes, so we've been, I'm on the War Claims Adjudication Committee.
You sure are.
Together with Mayor Alec and Joey Francis,
Yep.
who was just on,
Yeah.
and then George Bomba and Melvin Wampat Borja. And so I just want to say we've processed about 60 applicants already, and we've, I think, approved almost all of them except 4. Maybe 4 were denied, but all the denials are subject to appeal.
Okay.
And so I just want everyone to know there's only about 89 applicants so far. So we're almost done with the 89. And so I just wanted to encourage anyone who still has to apply to please apply. And the applications are still open until March 2023. And so the checks are going to be going out, and they go out about 45 days after the approval.
Okay. Can you just go through the eligibility, Madam
Sure.
Speaker?
You have to have been alive before July 1944, and you have to claim that you have suffered one of those, either you were in hiding, you were interned, you were forced to march, or you were injured, or you were, injury, different kinds of injuries, rape, physical injuries. We ask for pictures if you've got any of scars or other types of evidence. Otherwise, you just have to tell your story. And pretty much that's, some of the denials are just because they didn't fully tell their story. So we need a little bit more details.
Is it a challenge to have these stories told?
Yes, I think you can tell that they're still a little traumatized. I mean, I take that back.
Right, yeah.
Some of them claim all-out trauma, right? PTSD. But of course, it's traumatic, I think, for them to tell their stories. And some of them that we've been seeing lately are They were infants, they were babies. So they talk about the stories their parents told them about what they went through. And I cannot imagine having a baby during that time and having to, take care of the baby. And the baby's lives are always precarious. So one, I think, was a twin, and the twin died while the person survived. Yeah. So the stories are still as sad as they've ever been. They're still, I really love the work that I do on that committee.
Yeah.
I have to say, of all the work that I do, I feel like it always resets me. It just brings me back to, kind of where we started and who we want to honor and why. And so I love reading the stories, and that's why I wanted to come on and tell them to please apply. If there's anyone who still is eligible to apply, to please apply.
Right on. And then a little bit on a session. What's the, just before you get in, what's the status on your fuel tax relief measure?
Okay, yeah. So we had a bill to repeal the liquid fuels tax. That's 23 cents per gallon of gas. The 23 cents is, our bill, we introduced that in February. It had a hearing in April. It's not been reported out yet by the committee, but we did put it on the potential items for session. So I am really hoping that will be.
You were able to get it on the potentials
Yes.
without too much. I watched that committee on rules hearing. Really entertaining.
So that was on the potential item. It is on the potential items. We're starting session today. I keep advocating that this relief can be given today, right? And the people I hear them loud and clear. They are very much suffering from increased prices of gas, power, utilities, food, everything, services. So this is one type of relief that we can give, and we can give it right away, and it's the only part of gas that we control. So no matter what you want to say about, the gas prices going up around the world and we can't control that, that's correct, we can't, but we can control this tax, and we can remove it, and we can remove it right now. We can remove it during session this week if that bill gets reported out, and we can remove it permanently if it gets reported out intact. Otherwise, we could repeal it temporarily. I'm fine with that if that's what it takes to move it, because I just want them to get the relief as soon as possible.
Well, good luck. Anything else in session?
We've got a couple more bills. There are some bills regarding sexual conduct. Protection of victims, and so there are a couple of those on the session agenda, and there are a couple of resolutions in support of congressional resolutions relative to to veterans.
Okay.
So yeah, those two are also very important. So I think our session agenda is actually, and there's one regarding small purchases. So that's Sabina Perez's bill. So that's about 5 bills that are on the agenda, but there are several that are on the potentials list that we're still going to see whether they get moved or not.
I got to ask, I know you heard from the governor, State of the Island address June 7th,
Yes.
right? Have you heard from the congressman about the congressional address?
No, have not yet.
Okay. Well, keep us posted. Thank you,
I
Madam
will.
Speaker. Anything else?
I got a surprise for you.
You do. Well, we're going to get to that. Thank you so much.
Oh, I think what else did I want to talk about was I for sure want to talk about the liquid fuels and
War
the
claims.
war claims.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got
So
it.
and just and the session. So I
Thank
just
you.
want everyone to know we're going into session today. Yeah. So
What time?
And we will hear the State of the Island address on June 7th.
Right on.
We're going in at 10.
Okay, so we might have a little impromptu session here in the studio
Yes.
in just a few minutes. Thank you, Speaker.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Thank you. And thank you for everything. You know, these interviews have been very challenging for me. I'm not used to it, even up to now.
Right.
It was never my thing growing up to be in the spotlight or interview, and coming on your show, especially with you and Sabrina, they've been very challenging. You guys have asked me some really very hard questions, put me on the spot
Sorry, not
all
sorry.
the time. But but I feel like even before that, when you were coming up to us in the parking lots, of the legislature or outside the session hall, asking us what we thought about things. We knew there was always something really big that you had researched, and I appreciate the research that you had done. And you've even got the documents in front of you before we had the documents so many times, and asking us our opinions on it when we weren't even aware that had happened yet. So I just want to thank you for all of that. And for asking the hard questions, and I want everyone to continue to do that, to bring the senators in, call them to task, call them to answer, and they should be willing to do that.
Well, I want to thank you because it's quite a commitment. You've been coming on pretty much just about every other Wednesday, along with Minority Leader Senator Chris Duenas, to kind of rotate you guys. But when this show started, we were getting the lieutenant governor, the governor, the speaker, directors of public health, and as the years rolled by, that's right, the years. You were one of the last ones standing. And so
That's one standing right on.
I want to thank you for that, because you're right. We did. You never shied away from answering the tough questions, and I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, we'll be back with you in a sec. Eric, can we get Eric? Thank you. It's getting pretty crowded in here. 8:12. I got to take a quick break, sir, and we'll get Eric Borja unless he's already he's coming. Okay. Thank you. By the way, guys, the show is brought to you by Mount Carmel School in Hoggett, 671-565-5128. 28. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Yeah, you can go. And sorry, I want to get my friend Eric in here. We're going to actually debut a new single from Eric here. Have a seat, Eric. Thank you. Don't look at that. That's a surprise. Thank you. Okay. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Right on. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
We're putting out a new single here.
Yes.
Okay. Let me get this. Tell me about this song, Eric.
So yeah, this is a song. Oh wait, hold on, real quick. I'm on, guys. No.
Yeah, it was supposed to come on at 7:30, and the wife is maybe like, "Where are you at?" You're supposed to go to the store. It only takes 19 minutes to go to the store.
My buddies are like, "Hey man, where you at, Eric?" And they were like, it was cracking me up. But I just want to say a shout out to my my JFK Lalahi chat on WhatsApp, for tuning in, and also so the song was like I shared the last time I was here. Are we on? Oh,
we are. Yes.
Okay. So the last time I was here, I shared about this song. I wrote it prior to coming back to Guam in 2012.
Yeah.
Kind of had wasn't sure. I didn't even know I was coming back to Guam.
Yep. The song, because we talked about this. You came on last week, and this song, it's like you had wanted to come back to Guam, but because of your struggles with addiction, you didn't think that it was possible. And then you ended up coming back. You've been clean for a long time, and this is a song that you had started writing when you're in your struggle and finished writing when you had you're in a much better place.
Yes.
There you go.
Exactly.
I told it for you.
Thank you
got
very
it.
much.
Right on. What's the name of the song, my friend?
It's called Another Day.
Right on.
Another day back here on this beautiful island.
And who do you want to send it out to?
I want to send it out to anybody out there who's been away from Guam too long, like I was, and for those also too who who are struggling with some type of addiction, that we can overcome it. We can work through it and start a new life. Just take some work.
Yeah.
Yeah, on our side too, and then for the families who are provide the support for the ones struggling. Hang in there. There's always room for change, and I believe that wholeheartedly
because you're living proof of
yes,
it, Eric.
yes.
Yeah, I never get tired of saying that. People all the time, they ask me, "Hey, my family member, I'm struggling. Do you think that there's any hope? Would they ever beat it?" Yes, they can beat it. Eric Borja, check him out, Instagram, Facebook. You're a shining example. I really only know personally of a couple people who have been able to beat back, the addiction, and specifically talking about crystal meth, right? Which, I mean, it's so prevalent, rampant, it's really a tidal wave. I really think it's the next pandemic here. So, Eric, thank you so much for this song. It really is valuable, right? Because I feel like you are a walking example of recovery success.
It took a lot of work, man, and I also want to say, I want to thank you, Chris, especially for always supporting my music and everybody and all the other local artists and their music, and with your talent, bro, it was not just myself, but I was also reading the comments and all that, and how you made me feel at home when I was far away from home, and I remember having barbecues and you would just play your stuff and everybody would just be cracking up, and it was always a good time, man. So can I say a few shout outs to some people?
Please do.
I want to say a shout out to Kaha, also in the office of the governor, for providing the grants, or allowing me to utilize the grant to record this song and other songs that I've done. Also to my cohort at UOG, the Bachelors of Social Work, Purries and Mullies 2023 cohort. Also to my family for always supporting me, my wife and all my friends, and also my colleagues at the Lighthouse Recovery Center, and always supporting me no matter what, whatever I do in my music and even in my recovery. So. Also, too, thank you, Chris, for everything
Thank you,
do,
Eric.
man.
I want to thank you again, like I said, for being a shining example of recovery success, but I also want to thank you for your music. I love all your music. You have been a guy, there's a few artists that probably annoyed with me over the last 20 years, because whenever we need someone to come and perform, there's just a few people that, we can call, and it's not even a question. It's like, what time do I got to be there?
Where do I got to go?
Yeah, and you are just one of those guys, and you don't, you do it because you just love sharing your music with people. Yes. And that's I love that.
And I love jamming.
Yeah, I love that you love what you do, man. It's contagious.
It's all about the chords, bro.
It's all about the chords. So we're going to play this song, take a break. We're coming back. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. Again, it's Eric Borja, and it's called Another Day. And you got it first here on The Link. Good morning. another day, one day at a time. It's all we're giving, it's all you get. And that's how to live. Thank you, Eric, for all that you do. Good morning, it's 8:23. Wow, it got really crowded in here all of a sudden. As we're about to, well, thank you guys. The last link ever, it's 8:24. And a little surprise here. I'm very surprised, actually. We have Madam Speaker Teresa Lahi, and she's joined by Minority Leader Senator Chris Duenas. We also have on the minority side Senator Jim Moylan, Senator Tony Atta. We have on the Democrat side Senator Sabina Perez, and again Republican Senator Tello Taitigui. I felt like you were just here yesterday. Nice. I like it when they can't stay away. So, Madam Speaker, I'll go ahead and give you the floor.
Thank you, Chris, and good morning again, Guam. And we're here to surprise him with legislative resolution number 363-36, and this is really to commend you for the work that you have done. And
thank you, Madam Speaker.
So, of course, this resolution is sponsored by myself, the senators here, Senator Taitigui, Perez, Ada, Duenas, and Moylan, and all the senators of the 36th Guam legislature. Believe it or not.
Are you sure about that? Yeah. I want to see that in writing.
You will. Yeah, okay. And so what it does is it highlights and puts into our permanent archive our commendation for you, for your media professional for 22 years, commending you for your dedication and commitment to the people of Guam through public awareness, outreach, and volunteer service. And so, I don't know if everybody knows this, but Chris started his media career from 1995 through 1998 as a freelance writer, contributing stories to educate and entertain the public through published articles in the PDN, Guam Business News, and Laddie magazine. And from 96 through 98, he did broadcasting at KUAM and worked as a news reporter for KUAM News and as a radio talk show host of the now famed Malfunction Show, which you've been playing all week. I love it. And the Malfunction Show's popularity, Chris decided it was time to launch the show into mainstream FM audience, taking his programming to Hit Radio 100 in 1999, where we all listened to that while we were growing up. And Chris remained at Hit Radio 100 for 5 years, writing and recording some of his most popular skits and songs. Pitbull Prank Call, Mr. Governor, Chamorro Sidekick Hotline, and the Jaff Jaff song, among others. Of course, the one where it says Jotnya Rules, my favorite. But furthering his experience, and Chris returned to KUM in 2004, where he remained until 2022, supporting all multimedia products as the host for the Malfunction Show on FM radio and as a writer and contributor for the Guamanian and Uno magazine. And his career grew in news as the director of radio operations, political correspondent, sports anchor and news anchor, and senior investigative correspondent for KUAM News. That's my favorite, really. As well as creating new programs such as Containing COVID and The Link across multiple platforms for the company. As a media personality, Chris took his popularity and made contributions in entertaining the people of Guam and volunteering his services in various outreach activities for nonprofits, including the Relay for Life, the Edward M. Calvo Cancer Foundation, the Chiefs Day fundraisers for public school students, the Special Olympics Guam, Manyetlu, the Salvation Army, the American Red Cross, the Make-A-Wish Foundation, Catholic Social Services, St. Dominic Senior Care, Camelin Caridad, the Guam Diabetes Association, the Menengun Memorial Foundation, the Guam War Survivors Memorial Foundation, and Sanctuary Incorporated of Guam, among many others. And so it is resolved that the Committee on Rules of Imina 36 na Legislature Guam does hereby, on behalf of the Legislature Guam and the people of Guam, recognize Chris Malfunction Barnett for his work as a media professional for 22 years and commend him for his dedication and commitment to the people of Guam through public awareness, outreach, and volunteer service. And Sidos Masi, Chris.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Senators. I know that I give you guys a hard time, but really I'm humbled and honored that you would bestow this resolution upon me. And right away, I got to say that I share this with all the people at KUAM that I've been so blessed to rub shoulders with. Julia Cesar Santos, of course, Andy Wheeler. Couldn't have done it without you guys, but more importantly, I couldn't have done it without the team here at KUAM, the bosses here have always been so supportive. Like I say, I've been able to do, like the resolution said, so many different things here at KUAM, from investigative correspondence to doing, prank calls, songs, skits, to anchoring sports, to just anything. I woke up in the morning and said, hey, I want to try this. KUAM has always been supportive. They've always said, hey, go for it, have fun. And so being able to come full circle and finish off my time here on the radio has really, again, been just a great blessing, and to be recognized by both senators, Democrat and Republican, is also very humbling for me. So I just want to thank you guys, and thinking about this journey that I've been on, I think it's just really been inspired by the resiliency of the Chamorro people. I kind of talked about this earlier, is that we have survived so much, from Spanish occupation, Japanese American colonization, storms, both natural, man-made, and we have been able to do that because I believe that our spirits cannot be defeated. We're blessed as a people with a great sense of humor, and one way that we cope with things is through that humor. And sometimes it's been challenging to make things that aren't necessarily funny, but I think when you look at the Chamorro spirit and Canta Chamarita and Cassieing and all that stuff, at the end of the day, that's really all I was trying to do, but to modernize it in a format that would be accessible for everybody. And so just to be recognized for that from you guys, it really means a lot, and thank you.
Yay,
and I wanted to, if we could give the individual senators
yes, my
time.
colleagues.
Thank you. Wow.
Minority Leader.
Senator Chris Duenas.
Thank you, and thank you for all you've done over the years. I know that this is not the end of an era. This is just but one chapter of what Chris Malafunction Barnett will be doing in the balance of a life that I believe you've been blessed by God to have, and the influence that you've had over the years has just been amazing. I gotta say, your greatest attribute is your name.
I think you might be a little biased.
I'm a little biased. And I thought
Chris is of a feather.
Thought I'd make an attempt at humor.
Right.
Not only the Chris in English, but the Chris in Chamorro. Bolback.
Bolback.
Absolutely. But Chris, in closing, I just keep it short. But one thing that wasn't mentioned is the time that you spent also up at Department of Youth Affairs, not as a client.
Right.
But the time that you spent, and when I was there, the visit that you had, it was remarkable how the kids looked up to you, and you had a big influence. And so in closing, I just want to say you've had a huge influence on our island, both in humor, but in making sure that we were always on our toes as well, because we knew we could easily be part of your amazing satire and your ability to make sure that all of us realize that our job is to do the best that we can do for the people. You've held us accountable, and it's very important, and I want to thank you for that more than anything else. So as you go forward in your journey, I know you'll continue to be extremely influential, and thank you for always thinking about the young ones, because it is the influence of folks like yourself and others that really provide opportunities for our people to thrive and to grow up and have a better future. You've shared your story over the years, Chris, which you haven't been afraid of sharing difficult times. And I think that's really amazing, because that's what helps young people, when they see people who have been through difficult times and survive it and thrive. So thank you for everything you shared, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Senator. Senator Jim Moylan. Good morning, Senator. Long time.
Good morning. Yeah, I appreciate that. And congratulations, Chris.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure you're leaving with the feeling in your heart of the gratitude that you have for performing this job. And the people are very grateful for what you've done. You really put the voice out there for us. You challenged a lot of us, but that's really good. You asked the tough questions, and you respected the responses. So it is much appreciated. So I know on your next endeavor, and I know where it's going on the party that I wish, I know you're going to put the same heart and love into what you do. So God bless you, Chris, and congratulations, sir.
Thank you, Senator. Senator
Paris.
Senator Sabina Paris.
I just want to echo the sentiments of my colleagues here, and I'm just really grateful for all that you've done. You've definitely flourished and grown in your career, and I'm really grateful that you really, like my colleague said, ask the hard questions. Our community needs to know the truth, and we need to stay true to that. And I'm just looking forward to what you have to offer in your next endeavors. So, and just want to wish you well.
Thank you so much, Senator. Senator Tony Atta.
Chris, what can I say? You've been a pillar in our community for many years, and you made people laugh, you made them cry, You put a lot of love out there, and I think that's what everyone remembers about you is what you have in your heart and what you've done for the people of Guam. I'm glad that you never crank called me, and I'm grateful for that.
Thought about it.
And I know you raised a lot of blood pressures by doing that, but in the end, it was laughter that came out and the love that the people showed that they have for each other and what you have for the people. So thank you for all you've done for the people of Guam. Thank you've done for our island community and all. I mean, I think the simple resolution is just that. It's very simple. It really doesn't expand onto everything that you've done for the community. But from us, we thank you so very much, and God bless you in your future endeavors. And I know the resolution was missing a whereas, but we'll just keep it as that. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Senator Atta. Senator Talatidegui.
I said a lot yesterday, and I did it without too many tears.
Right.
So I'm going to be short on this one because I know for sure it'll come out this time. But for all those who are listening out there, those who are in the States, in the mainland, or in any part of the world who tune in to feel like there's a piece of home still with them, I'm going to give you a big hug on behalf of all those listeners out in Las Vegas, in Korea, in Japan, all over that I hear people tell me that they listen to you. I'll give you a big hug from them, to say thank you, for all you've given us. And I'm so humbled by just hearing the resolution. I mean, there's more to you than meets the eye. I feel like I should bow, curtsy, like I'm amongst royalty, doing that. But Chris, we love you. We love you. And we want you to continue on with whatever you're going to do. So, adonkalu, si dus maasi.
Thank you, Senator. Madam Speaker.
Again, so Chris, yes, so you hit you know our culture. You're able to make us cry about it and laugh about it, and you're able to tell the truth that is sometimes very painful to hear. And so sometimes humor is really the best medicine for that, or to get it down, and then we can think about it. And so, but your service is really what we want to commend you for. So, Sidzus Masi, and wishing you the best.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. Senator Atta, thank you. Senator Moylan, Senator Duenas, Senator Paris, thank you so much. Senator Taitagui, thank you guys.
Viva!
Viva Malfunction! There you go. Right on. Thank you so much. Did you want to go ahead and do session now, or?
Yes.
Gavel in. Thank you so much. Wow, a legislative resolution. I never thought I'd see the day, but really just humbled. Thank you so much, Senators. We're going to take a quick break. I need to get a Kleenex. The show. Thank you so much. Good luck today. The show proudly brought to you by Calvo Enterprises, IT&E, Jack in the Box, and Mount Carmel School, as well as Tropicool. Thank you. Tropicool ice, the purest, cleanest ice in Guam. Get 2 bags for $3 at your favorite store. Wow. Always wanted one of these. 8:37. Let's take a break, sir, and we'll come back, and let's go ahead and give them our best 20 minutes, our last 20 minutes ever right here on the link. My name is Chris Biba Betness.
Oh, what's for breakfast at KFC under $3.95?
Tatamona? Bro, for the last time, the Tatamona is real. How many times I gotta tell you, bro? They live in the Truncanudo. They live in rocks. If they like you, they'll pinch you. They'll be like, oh, Vic, you're so cute. And you'll see a bruise, but you'll have no idea where it came from, bro. If you pee in the jungle without asking permission, they're gonna pinch your chili, and it's gonna get all swollen and big.
Wait, so all I have to do is pee in the jungle and make it bigger?
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Wait, where are you going, dude?
I got you. I'll be back, bro.
Bro, this is bro time. I'm gonna eat this.
Yeah, girl, I'll pick you up tonight at 7. Don't worry, it's gonna be fun. I got big things planned.
What's up, bro? How was your date last night?
Bro, you lied to me.
What are you talking about?
You said if I peed in the jungle, it'll make it bigger.
Wait, you peed in the jungle?
I did.
Without asking permission?
Yes.
Dude, you're crazy. What happened?
It made it smaller.
It made it smaller?
Yeah.
Oh, that Tatamona got a good sense of humor, man. Come on, man. Get over it, bro. You know what they say about relationships?
Guess you're right, man. Shouldn't expect the small stuff.
Little things mean a lot.
Yes, you're right, bro.
No big deal, bro.
No biggie.
Let's go, man.
Thanks, man.
Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Spray harder, spray harder. I can't see the water. I really can't see the water. There, like that.
Spray around.
Hold it in the middle. Hold it in the middle a little bit so I can see it. There, like that. More to the left a little bit. Yeah, there, like that. Good, good. Keep going, just like that. Good. Hold it in the middle. Hold it in the middle, and shake it off like you're dibbling it off the last part with your butt. There you go. Okay. Good.
The Tatamona lives inside the new tree.
And Dallas at the school ain't even a 10 years old. $100 million price tag. That's a fact. It look all shiny on the outside, but in the inside, madam, if you don't see us in school, we ain't trying to hide. We had to take off class so DOE could get fungicide. Man, this mode is killing me. Can you fix it, please? Cause my allergies, I feel I'm gonna sneeze.
If you go to Southern High School, the air comes bro, God have the schedule. Our school is loaded. It's that penicillin, and the trash cans on fire from the vandalism. If you go to Southern High School, the air comes bro, God have the schedule. Our school is loaded. It's that penicillin, and the trash cans on fire from the vandalism.
I hope the mold don't harm me. DOE needs to call in the army. Can't use the gym for the PE. And if the water's out, we can't go med me. I feel like I'm up in the slammer. Cause when I go to school, I need arm and hammer. And now the aircon's broke. When I breathe in, I choke. Hey, come on, man, can you fix it, dude? Cause now my faffa smells like balloon.
If you go to Southern High School, the air comes bro, God have the schedule. Our school is loaded. It's that penicillin, and the trash cans on fire from the vandalism. If you go to Southern High School, the air comes bro, God have the schedule. Our school is loaded. It's that penicillin, and the trash cans on fire from the vandalism.
No, hey! Just because we're from the South, you think you can treat us like this and make us go to school in these conditions?
No, Andy, you're not from the South.
Huh?
You're not from the South, dude.
Oh, I guess you never heard of Andy South.
Good morning, Walmart. How may I help you?
I'm calling to make a complaint about my water.
Uh-huh.
They disconnect my water.
They disconnected your water?
Yeah. How am I gonna shower? You know, my fat, ma'am? Who's this?
This is Mary, sir.
Mary, sir? Mrs. Sir?
This is Mary.
Is your last name, sir?
Mesa.
Okay, Mary Mesa. My fat, Mary, it's stinky, okay? And I just want to shower myself, my own, but there's no water.
What is the account number?
The account number?
Uh-huh.
Where do I find that? Ooh.
On the right-hand side. Sir, I'm trying to help you, so please don't be a hypocrite, okay? I want to try and help you.
I
don't
want-
I don't know why your water's terminated, but this is the way for me to find out what's happening.
Okay, you know,
Okay, so don't be wise to me.
I
I'm
don't
trying
want
to
to
help
be
you.
a hippopotamus.
Okay, so I'm trying to help you here, okay?
Okay, I want you to help me, Mary, sir.
What is your account number?
0, 0, 1, 0, 0.3
That is not an account number. The account number starts with a W.
W. Oh, W 0, 0, 1, 0, 0.3.
No, this.
You know, Mary, sir.
What is your Social Security? The
A-
account is under your name,
A
right?
day, that's personal.
What is the name?
Mary, sir. You know what? I just wanted to.
My last name is not Sir, it's Mesa.
Mary Mesa.
Okay.
Oh, familiar Mesa.
And like I said, don't be wise because I'm trying to help you.
Well.
Okay? I am the customer service supervisor here, and I'm trying to help you.
Okay, I just want you to
So
help
if
me.
you don't want to be helped and you want to be wise, now that's fine with me.
You know, Mary. I'm just calling to wish you happy birthday. Actually,
Who is this?
this is Chris Malafunction from Hit Radio.
Oh my God, Chris.
Your co-workers asked me to call you up and wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you, Chris. And don't do that to me, please. I'm gonna yank you next time.
Happy birthday, Mary.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye.
And my girl school, the bathroom stinks. Gotta hold your breath when you go near it. The floor's always wet and it don't look or smell like water. They say there's no fun, so there's no soap and iodine, no paper toilet. I bet the bathroom would be clean if the senator's children were using it. I bought her the Clorox wipers, but maybe I should have bought her diapers, cause the bathroom is a yuck, girl. The bathroom is a yuck, girl. All the children holding their pee, cause the school bathroom is golf nerdy, and the bathroom is Calacas. The bathroom is Calacas. I was at the beach one day and I really had to go to the bathroom. I knew where it was cause I could smell it from a mile away. There were pugwa stains, spray painted names, don't know who to blame, but I know they can't end time. I'm allowed coaching and downtown. You treat your home bathroom the same, but not call Parks and Rec, cause it's Parks and Rec. Something from the floor splashed on my leg, it makes me say, yuck, girl. It makes me say, yuck, girl. Graffiti's animate me on the wall, cause they totally missed the toilet bowl. Yeah, the bathroom is Calacas. The bathroom is Calacas.
Hey boy, we're gonna go. Do you need to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, but I'm gonna hold it. I'm not going in there, Dad.
Boy, you better just go to the bathroom because we have to go all the way to Molesu, boy.
No, I don't want to go in there. The bathroom's Calacas.
Okay, you're just gonna have to hold it.
Okay, just watch the bumps, Dad. This bathroom is Calacas. K-A-L-A-K-A-S. 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 Man said, Lou, I feel bad for you if you have to go number 2, cause the bathroom is Calacas. Yeah, the bathroom is Calacas. There's brown stuff on the toilet seat, and last night someone had corn to eat. The bathroom is Calacas. The bathroom is Calacas. It's for the kids, for the kids. This one here is for the kids, for the kids.
Here we go. It's Friday morning. Last link ever. We still got to pay the bills, though, right, sir? Is what they yes, we do. Let's do it by Pacific Points. Our 8 o'clock newscast here on the link. Home of a legislatively resolved host. Be it resolved, whereas thank you very much for that. Our 8 o'clock news is brought to you by Pacific Points. Here are the very latest from the KUAM news team. It is your link update. Good morning.
This news update is brought to you by Pacific Points. Do more, get more.
Hafaday Guam, here are your headlines on the link. Residents in Dededo are seeing a number of thieves in their village ransacking their homes and belongings. Hannah Devanzo reports.
It seems as if thieves are getting bolder every day and committing crimes in broad daylight. Liguan residents are staying alert following a slew of robberies. In over 40 years in their home, John Paul Manuel and his family have never experienced anything quite like this.
My grandmother was in the front of the house, and then someone jumped to the back gate of the house and were able to get into the extension at the back of the house. They locked us out of the extension, and then they ransacked the place.
The perpetrator managed to get away with his grandma's wallet and left a knife sitting on the hallway floor. To add on to that, another League One resident, Christian Marzo, recently had tools stolen from his home.
When we checked the outside kitchen, which they broken into, they did step onto our little area where we put the shoes, and they broke the shoe area, and then the window was wide open, and the lock was broken. I just felt really like sick. Like, dude, someone can come into our house and they just do whatever they want.
Island residents should stay vigilant, as Marzo claims his neighbor had a firearm stolen from inside their home.
I think they're gonna try to sell it or something, or use it against the community. That's why I urge people to watch out and try to report anybody suspicious walking around their neighborhood with backpacks and a hoodie. Just that doesn't look like they belong there, because that weapon could be used against the people of Guam and the police.
At this time, it's unknown if the break-ins were all committed by the same individual. GPD has been alerted of the incidents and are urging the community to contact 671-475-8615-7 if you have any information. You can also submit an anonymous tip on the Guam Crime Stoppers website. Hannah Devonzo for KUAM News.
Judy Wanpat is officially in the race for U.S. delegate after turning in her packet to the Guam Election Commission Thursday morning. Isaiah Uggan has the report.
She's following in her father's footsteps.
I've seen our people suffer, and I can't sit back there anymore.
Dr. Judith Wanpat, also known as Judy, is Guam's first Congressman Antonio B. Wanpat's daughter and is throwing her hat in the political ring, vying for a seat as Guam's delegate to the U.S. Congress.
Today, we see our families suffering and impacted by poverty, drug addiction, violence, and the lack of access to health care. We are losing our lands. Families can't afford to rent, let alone buy their homes. Our economy is suffering on multiple fronts, and our environment is under siege for the sake of progress.
After being out of public office for about 6 years, Wanpat shared the reasons behind her decision to run for Guam's Congress.
I'm running because Guam needs a voice in Congress to fight for fairness and equity as U.S. citizens, to remind them that we are families in need of support in our homeland. We are business owners in need of assistance. We are veterans in need of benefits earned. And we are stewards of resources in need of protection. We are Guam first. We deserve all of it, and we need it yesterday. With this campaign, I am committed to working for our families, our economy, our environment, so that Guam is truly a better place for all of us to live and thrive.
If elected into office, the longtime politician and educator explained some of the issues she'd like to tackle come January.
The three things that I mentioned basically was for families, helping our families, looking at ways in which to secure also that we have a thriving economy, and then the last would be protecting our environment.
Wanpat served in the Guam legislature for 18 years, 10 of which she was selected to be the island's first woman speaker. She was also a teacher, school counselor, and principal in Guam's public schools for 25 years. According to the Guam Election Commission website, Wanpat is the second to officially file her congressional candidate packet and will be going head-to-head against fellow Democrat Senator Talina Nelson in the primary election come August.
Guam's voice in Washington needs to be assertive, but humble, bold, but strategic, and unwavering, but mindful. I will not quit until those in Washington recognize our worth.
Republican Senator James Moylan will be running unopposed in the primaries. He has yet to file his packet. Reporting for KUAM News, Guahusi Isaiah Ugam.
Thank you so much, Isaiah. And I'm going to break protocol a little bit and take the liberty to say thank you so much to Chris Barnett for his time at KOAM from when I started as an intern here to now. You've been a friend, colleague, a mentor. You do best what a lot of us journalists try to do, which is to tell the truth. And for that, I'll be forever grateful for being able to know you and call you a friend, and wish you the best of luck in your next journey. This is your last link update here on the set Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you tonight on Primetime.
This news update is brought to you by Pacific Points. Do more, get more.
Buenos days to get some to be sa morgen ni KUAM News. Presenta ni Familian Mizo gi First Hawaiian Bank. Manapanadan ni Department of Corrections sa Investigasyon Administrasyon para di prisionero ni Malawgo gi preso si KD Arison. Nurin por KUAM gimapas ng mes, humaron si Arison 22 anyos na edad, giagat niya detention na facility dar para ma-process. Timalago mates para COVID-19 sa matrasferi guato gisagang quarantine gi sa Mangilaw. Nagtiamam sa gana gwi sa gilas 8:25 giegan, untato ni malolofang gifiw ni DOC, a report na guaha persona gihizong ikelat, dakulan paro falago. Ginoora na tempo, maliig gifiw ni American Medical Center gi sa Mangilaw, sa makurni tati. Idirektor de preso si Roberto Camacho, asangani KUM News na gi-investigasyon niya, kulangwa uno na opisyad wihi tiyaw osgi duput siya reglamento niya. Ilang amas na para masigon mo na itamano para mamaneha duput siya este na susedimento, para makonsidera sa pamarebisita todi inanaw niya este na kausa, mentras masigon mo na disiplinaryo na aksyon. Mas asunto, mas talo positibo na tiklo siya no anaanong na industrial tourism ginigitagwahan sa Rikukubrigwe. Manunsya ni United Airlines na para matutuhon din nuevo exhibition niya gin Osaka, Japan para magigwahan sa para mas magay fleti gin Tokyo, Narita para gupo trash bahay gi semana gin Osaka. Segundo mas magay na taw niya didingu Hapon gi 1 de Hulyo para maada tres mas na fleti gin Tokyo. Mas magay no laga ni mambabitay taw Hapon huzong para tulugat siya. Maada mas fleti adumidi di United Airlines. Dos mas na fleti ma-introduce din nuevo gi Mazu, dos mas gi Hunyo, jan tres gi Hulyo. Putodo magugupo huzong gi Narita sa 14 kada semana. Managing Director para United Airlines Asia Pacific Airport Operations, si Sam Shinohara, asangan na para makontinua muna mas magay fleti mentre sa Rikukubrigwe idemanda. Para Guam News Network, Bausikin Conception. Yasuto ifinut sa moro sa presenta sa ninafato ni Familian Mizo gi First Hawaiian Bank.
Say hello to the First Hawaiian Bank mobile app. Got a question about your finances? You've come to the right place. Bring all your accounts together, even those that aren't with us, and see the big picture, right down to the smallest detail. Unlock powerful tools like Insights and Money Map that help you save time and take control of your finances. When you connect accounts with the First Hawaiian Bank mobile app, it all starts with yes.
Morning, Chris. Rich, all the way from Saipan. We're preparing for our show, so sorry we couldn't be there. But congratulations on a great career thus far. And we'd like to wish you the very best on what the future has to offer. We're excited to see it. Thanks for all the laughs and thanks for asking all the hard questions. Jesus Maasi. Take care, bro.
It's Feed Me Fridays on The Link. Good eats, good company, and beyond good chow with Team KUAM checking out Guam's most tantalizing, tempting menu items. Every Friday on The Link, listen on Breeze 93.9 FM or stream online. Brought to you by Devondale. Real milk from free grazing cows.
New Spicy Lovers Pizza from Pizza Hut. Hurts so good. With its spicy marinara and sliced red chilies. It's like a roundhouse kick to the taste buds. How's it looking? Don't be bashful with the fiery flakes now. I want it to be real spicy.
I haven't started yet.
Okay, I'm ready. The new Spicy Lovers Pizza. Get it while it's hot. You want respect? Red chilies get you respect. Knowing our Pizza's the Hut.
Mariana's Irrigation and Landscape Superstore. Stop on by and visit our showroom today. We offer everyday low prices on all major outdoor power equipment like bush cutters, chainsaw, power washer, generators, and more. Need service, repair, maintenance? Well, check out Guam's best superstore only at Mariana's Irrigation and Landscape, located in Barragata along Army Drive between Submarina and Besta Market. Call 735-7446 for more information. Now shipping to surrounding islands. Mariana's Irrigation and Landscape Superstore.
Get the job done the right way by getting the right stuff at East West Rental Center. With years of experience helping builders, we definitely got what you need. Call 646-1463 or visit us in Upper Tumon. Open Monday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Sundays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
ITD Jack in the Box, Mount Carmel School, Tropical Ice. They get 2 bags for just $3 to keep your Memorial Day weekend. Cole, good morning, 8:59. Jason Solis joined us. Morning, Jay.
Good morning.
Right on.
And it has been a good morning.
It has been a great morning, great run. Jay, I got to tell you, man, I didn't like you when I first started working here, but
thanks.
You really grew on me, man, and working with you during the pandemic, it's just I wouldn't have wanted it any other way, man. And
I told you this like off the air and everything,
Yeah.
but really, we've both been able to do like a great many things in our years here, like at KUM. This is definitely this show, and working. I tell people like all the time, I had the really great honor of being able to share the air with you and seeing the way that you work and being behind that mic. I mean, I know
it's
whatever.
different though. This is different than when I was on the radio. It was just radio. We didn't have all the, and that's one thing I love about KUM was they're just always trying to turn the corner, always trying to push the envelope, always trying to do it big, do it first, do it next. You know
And,
what I mean?
and I've told so many people over the last 2 years, like from my own personal experience, I was like, the good Lord gave you a gift, and it's basically your mouth. And being behind that mic, I mean that really is, in a lot of ways what you were put on earth to do, but more importantly is to connect with people and to help people. And I know that is like a great passion. Yeah, I mean you started out as like funny guy, and then you started out as let's snark on people and like do like that and everything like that. But throughout your career, whatever form it's manifested and everything like that, you've always cared about people, and you've always like prioritized. I want to help my fellow Guamanians.
Thank you.
And
Thank
I have
you.
the ultimate respect for you, bro.
Thank you, man.
All love.
Let's open this. So
Okay.
we got this from Chamarita Rages.
Yes.
And it was a happy anniversary to the Link president.
And it says happy anniversary for July 27th, 2020.
Right, and so that was actually our 2-year anniversary. Looks like we didn't make it.
And
but
2 months ahead of time.
Right. So this box has been in the office. She dropped it, I want to say about a month ago, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
We had no idea what's in it at all. You've been working. There you go.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah. We've been guessing, though. It's a huge box. Thank you. And again, too, I just want to, for all the Link family listeners from Containing COVID to Link, thank you guys. I know that this has been
Sir, you got
our fireplace. We gather around, sharing these stories with you guys. It's been an honor to walk alongside you through this valley of the pandemic. And I'm so humbled by your support. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys on the Facebook Live feed, on the Breeze 93.9. Thank you guys again, Link fam. As Jay's getting into this.
This is industrial strength gift wrapping right
Yeah,
here.
that is the good one.
Oh, there we are.
That's what we call nat sound in the biz.
So Chamarita, I don't think she got us a safe.
Yeah, I think it's just a box, Jay. You need a knife?
I gave him a knife.
Okay. Well, sir's always got a knife.
Oh, okay. It's a box of goodies from our dear friend Chamarita.
Oh, no way.
And remember, she made us those amazing. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
some coffee stuff.
Some coffee.
Right on. Thank you, Chamarita.
Mugs.
And cups.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, to send you on your way, Chris.
Nice. Cookies. My favorite cookies, Chamorro cookies.
Oh, who asked for the sweet tarts?
Oh, nice. Someone got the munchies.
Yeah.
Chamarita Regis, thank
These
you.
are for Tomas.
Thank you so much for this awesome package, farewell package. Well, guys, it's 9:03. We're KUAM FM and Agani Guam right here on The Breeze. You know, since I was a very young man, I dreamed of this. I would listen to DJs like Sus Chamorro, the Big Boz, yes, Rick Nauta, Ray Gibson, JQ Fanihi, Senor Dung, JT Palomo, Helen Island Girl. Those were like the people who were on the radio for me. And at the time, my generation growing up, the radio, it was our Spotify, it was our Apple, it was just our playlist, right? And so I grew up listening to that person in the radio, and I always wanted to be that person in the radio. And my family, they'd always tell me, like, you should do it. And I was always that person at the family gathering who would imitate grandma, who would imitate grandpa. But, you know, I was raised by a single mom. My mom always worked so hard to support us, and I didn't think I was going to get this dream because, you know, I had to drop out of high school to get a job to help my mom. But, you know, thankfully, prayer and just I think the path that God had set me on was that, you know, I was going to achieve this dream. And I remember the first shot that I got was here at KUAM, and it was with an off-island DJ. Steve Clark was his name. And I don't know if you guys remember Steve Clark. So I came in, and I didn't know how it worked. I told him, I was like, I really want to be on the radio. And I thought it was that easy. And so he brought me back here to the production room, and he asked me to read a script for Valentine's Day. And, you know, I thought being on the radio was just turning on the mic and, you know, making jokes and stuff. And so I read the script, and this guy, Steve Clark, told me that I had a lazy tongue, and he said that I would probably never work in radio. And while some people might have, you know, walked out the door and been heartbroken or busted up about it, I've always been the kind of person where if someone tells me I can't do it, not only am I going to do it, but I'm going to try and do it better than anybody has ever done before. And so when I finally got the shot here at KUAM, I started in TV news, and then it was, I think, Typhoon Pong Song Wa that hit the island. The news went off the air, and so we didn't have TV. All we had was this radio. And they kind of did a poll around the station. They said, does anybody want to be on the radio? And I was like, pick me, pick me. And so at the time, it was Frankie and Frankie Perez and John Sabares. And we started the whole malfunction thing over there on Isla 610 AM. It didn't last a year. You know, ended up getting fired here at KUAM. And the irony when I came back many years later, right? So what I want to say is, you know, people say this cliche all the time, you know, don't stop trying to chase your dream. And when I look at the way I grew up and I look at my family and just the circumstances of my life, growing up without a father, you know, having a troubled teenage years, I really feel like I shouldn't be here. And so every day that I've been here has been the biggest blessing, because when I look at just some of my peers and the way their lives turned out, you know, addicted to drugs, leading bad lives, just never really getting their dreams, right? And so just being able to pursue mine, I want you guys to know, don't ever give up on yourself. You got to believe in yourself to do good things in your life. And when people tell you no, don't stop. Keep going, no matter what. And prove them wrong. That's just been a big motivator for me, is proving people wrong. When I first came out with this malfunction stuff, there were people in radio who said it's not going to last, you know, and I want to say that here 20 years later, in your face. And just use that as inspiration, guys. Take that doubt, that negativity, and turn it into something positive, which is something I think I've been very successful in doing in this career. I've taken, you know, news stories that would piss people off, and I've been able to flip them into a funny song that's catchy, or a skit using old lady voices to try and make that bitter truth a little easier to swallow, right, and digest. And so, you know, guys, I want to thank you, because I know how Guam is. You know, people don't usually last this long in this business, and I know it's through the grace of the audience that is, you know, I'm very grateful that you guys have followed me and just everything I've been able to do. Every day that I've been in this career, every time I walk out there and I come across the people of Guam, it's just always been nothing but positive. And I want to thank you guys for that. I mean, I feel like I lived my life on display for you the past 20 years. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I've got no regrets. Like I said this morning, I've given you my best 25, and I can confidently say that at this point in my career, I could go another 25. No problem. Easy. But that's not what's in the cards for me. You know, and I feel like a lot of us before the pandemic, maybe in your life, you want to do things, right? You think about
taking chances. And this pandemic has really taught many of us that, life is fleeting. Life is precious, and we're not guaranteed tomorrow. So if you got a dream to chase, don't wait until tomorrow. Get to it today. And again, thank you guys. Really, this is not esta adios. It's more like esta later, okay? I'm not dying. I'm knock on wood. I'm not leaving the island. I'm going to be here. And, I look at this last 25 years as service to the people of Guam, because really at the end of the day, every morning when I woke up, I wanted to make sure that I told the truth to you guys, that you guys knew what you needed to know. And if there was something afoot where, someone was trying to pull the wool over the people of Guam's eyes, that kind of stuff, I take it personal. And so it was always my mission to expose those kind of things. And it's been a challenge in this career and just in this, atmosphere in Guam, right? We're a very close-knit community. A lot of times it's hard to walk our own path without stepping on somebody's toes. And, to the people whose toes I've stepped on over these last 25 years, I'm not going to say sorry. It is what it is. Like I said, I have no regrets. And if I put your feet to the fire, I just hope I didn't cook them all the way. Anyway, so guys, and I want to thank my team here at KUAM. Really, again, I can't express, and it's a cliche how often people say words can't describe how much love I have for everyone here at KUAM. They really can't. I mean, I've seen people come and go, and to be able to still be here at the end of it all, I know that that's a blessing, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without the support of the team. This has been not just a place to work for me for the last 20 years. This has been family, really. I don't look at this as work. Every time I came here and I turned on this microphone, I didn't think I was coming to work. I always felt like I was coming home. Okay, my name's Chris, guys. I'm going to leave you with this song I did. I did a few songs in case you...
Viva Chris Barnett!
Thank you, guys. Thanks.
Viva Malfunction!
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, guys. Wow. I'm gonna play this song here, and there's just a little part in it that says I'll be back tomorrow. I won't be back tomorrow, guys. This is goodbye, and I'm gonna leave you with my goodbye song. And a funny story, I wrote this song. It was actually good night, and I used to sing this song to my kids when they would go to bed, and it was good night, good night, good night. And anyway, I figured that's such a great song, but I'm on the radio in the morning. What am I gonna do with a good night song? And so I flipped it to good morning, and now it's goodbye. Okay, so 9/11, guys, we're going to do Cover Me, brought to you by Burger King. I'm actually going to play this goodbye thing, and then we're going to go right in to Cover Me. I want to thank Rachel Esteves for this morning's Cover Me. And again, to all the local musicians out there, thank you so much for letting me play your music. I get it all the time where local musicians say, thank you, Chris, for supporting the local music. No, thank you guys for giving me something to play all these years. I appreciate the local musicians so much. I've always said I don't need to look out to the States to see great art. We have so much of it here. And so, Rach, thanks for this morning's Cover Me. It's brought to you again by Burger King, where you can get the Whopper melts. They've got regular, spicy, bacon. My name is Chris Malfunction Barnett. People of Guam, está adios!
I hope you like the show. Thank you for listening, and thank you.
Stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. Take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hang it on the shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
unforgettable, but in the end it was right. I hope you had the time of your life. I love you, and congratulations on whatever your next venture is going to be. You got my support.